this video, I will show you how to use Zoom. I use Zoom a variety of ways. I record lectures for asynchronous courses, I record weekly introductions, I conduct office hours, and I conduct synchronous lectures directly on the Zoom application. To record lectures for asynchronous courses, you want to go to the Zoom application, so the Zoom website, and click Host a Meeting. You can either click with video off, with video on, or screen share only. I'm going to select with video off. Open Zoom Meetings. Join with computer audio. And I will share a PowerPoint. So if I was doing a lecture, I would share a PowerPoint. I'm just going to share my screen. And then I want to record what I'm doing. So you want to click More, Record, and you can record to the cloud. So it records directly onto the Zoom website. And when you're done, you want to click Stop Share and End. Okay, now the meeting is over. Now I will go back to the Zoom homepage. And you can see I have recordings here. You want to select recordings. One thing you can do is when you record something on Zoom, you can either record it to the cloud, which is basically directly on the Zoom website, or you can record it so that it can download directly onto your computer. If you download it directly onto your computer, it saves on your computer. But I just wanted to record it to the cloud. So what I will do is click the meeting, and you can see you can change the title, you can copy the link, but I like to download it. The reason why I like to download it is because I like to upload the file or the video onto Dropbox, OneDrive, and YouTube, because Zoom does delete the recordings after several months, so you just want to make sure you always have it somewhere. And then what I like to do is once I create a YouTube page with all my recordings, I like to embed the recording directly onto a Canvas page, Blackboard page, or whatever LMS you have. So I did find a video on YouTube. So for example, maybe this is your lecture. Then what you want to do is click Share. So you can click Embed, and then you want to copy this embed code. And then you can see that this is my module page. So what I've done is I've created the week 8 module, which, let me just go back to that, which has the dates for week 8. And then I have week 8 introduction, chapter 15 material, and then additional information. So you can see here, I tell the students to read chapter 15. Then I have the chapter 15 lecture here. I did create another video where I showed you how to create tabs in Canvas. So what I like to do is click Edit. And what I like to do is embed that video. So I'm just going to embed that Cold War video directly on this page so you can see it. It says chapter 15 lecture recording, whatever chapter it is. You can even describe the recording a little more. Maybe it's World War II lecture recording, and then you can explain what the video is about, the duration of the video. So what I did is I copied the embed code from that Cold War video, and what I'm going to do is embed that video directly onto Canvas. And it's actually easier for students to access that way because when they're going through all their weekly material, they can see the video directly in the learning management system opposed to opening YouTube, opening another tab and viewing it in YouTube. They can view the video directly on their weekly material page. So you can see that I am going to add the video here. I will click the 3 vertical dots, the cloud, and then do you see embed code? Now I'm going to paste that embed code that I got from YouTube, submit it, and see here's the video. So now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to, so this is the chapter 15 information. So you can see I've included the lecture recording. You want to include a description and then duration. So that's to embed a lecture. But what if I want to just include a link to a recording that's found on Zoom? So I want to go back to Zoom. So if this is maybe a weekly introduction recording, what I like to do is record and explain all the weekly material to the students, guide them through how to access all the weekly material, what it's due that week, do they have an exam that week, all of that information. And then what I like to do is copy the link and then go back to modules. And what I've done here is I've created week 8 introduction. So I've created all these tabs and you can see week 8 introduction recording. So now what I want to do is edit this page. And you can see that I've included a description and duration. So what I'm going to do is highlight week 8 introduction recording, and I'm going to click the paperclip, basically the links, and I'm going to click external links, and I'm going to paste the link for that Zoom recording. Now I'm going to save it. And you can see that this is the link for the week 8 introduction recording. I don't usually save the weekly recordings on my computer. I don't upload them onto OneDrive or Dropbox or YouTube because I change the recordings every semester because they're date specific. So the next thing that I want to show you how to do is include the meeting information. So you can see I'm going to go to Zoom and I recorded, basically you want to record your lecture and then your weekly course material or introduction recording. But what if you want to schedule a meeting for office hours or a lecture? And I do this for synchronous courses. So what you want to do is go to the Zoom application and then you want to just click Zoom and meetings on the left-hand side. And then I want to select schedule a meeting. So if Zoom is directly embedded into your LMS, you won't have to go directly to the Zoom application or the Zoom website. And I'll show you that really quickly. So what you want to do is you just click Zoom here, and you can see this is where I will schedule all my meetings. So I can schedule a meeting here. And then what I like to do is go to modules, week 8 information, and you can see I have all these tabs. I like to include the date and time, and then I include this sentence. Click the Zoom tab in the Canvas navigation bar to join the meeting. So that is if I schedule a meeting directly within Canvas. That's if Zoom has been embedded into your learning management system. But even if it isn't, it's still not too difficult to schedule your own meeting. But what you want to do is go to the Zoom application, the Zoom website, and select meetings. You can include your topic, description, when, duration, and so on. And then you want to save that information. And you can see that you have an invite link. What I like to do is usually just include the invite link, but you can also copy the entire invitation. So you can see this is the invitation. You can copy it and include that entire invitation. I usually like to include the link and the telephone number along with the meeting ID number. So if you copy the entire invitation, you can paste that on a Canvas. I usually just copy the invite link, and then I go to Canvas or whatever learning management system that you have. And for example, if that is the lecture meeting, I include the link there. So let me go down. And then you can see office hours. So what I will do is, if those are office hours or maybe it's a lecture meeting, so what I'll do is highlight week 8 lecture, click the paperclip, click external links, paste that meeting link, done, and then you want to say click the link above to join the meeting. So then this information, you can delete that information. The click the Zoom tab in the Canvas navigation bar to join the meeting is only if Zoom is directly embedded into your LMS. If it isn't, you just want to tell them to click the link above to join the meeting. So all they'll do is click here. So what I like to do is dedicate a particular area of a weekly course module to the Zoom information. So you can see I've included a tab here for week 8 lecture and a tab for week 8 office hours. So you can, once again, you can either guide them to how to access Zoom when it's directly embedded into your LMS, or you can include the link to the Zoom meeting here. You can also include the meeting ID and the phone number. But I think it's important to dedicate an area of the weekly modules to the lecture information and the office hours information. And the students will know where to go each week, and they'll know that all they have to do is click this hyperlink to access the Zoom meeting, whether it's a lecture or office hours. And I've also found that that decreases confusion and the consistency of always knowing where to go every week to access the Zoom meeting. It leads to, once again, less confusion, and it just helps with organization of the entire course. So that is it. If you want to know how to create these tabs, you can view the other video that I've created. And I do show you how to add the code to create these tabs.